Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast.
Recording in progress.
Satnam. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind, and this is your channel for grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. We are also on the Shamanic Onion channel, which is Raven's channel, and today we are here to do the reading for all of the air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, for Scorpio season. So what we do in the video is I start with the astrology and I talk about how the current astrology as well as the astrology of Scorpio season in general affects all the air signs. Then we're going to do a card reading, and I'll also be using some astro dice, and we've been having a lot of fun with these readings. So we're excited to be here. How is everything going, Raven?
So good. I'm doing so good. The channel's doing good. Everything is flowing really nicely. And I'm excited to do the air signs. I don't know. I'm more excited for the air signs than like everything. I don't know.
Interesting.
I'm very airy.
Yeah, obviously I'm Gemini, but I do like the fire reading. I had a lot of fun yesterday though. The earth reading was really cool. Like it felt like it resonated for me too. And that's another thing too. Like you can watch all the videos that we do because they might all resonate. And it's really about where do you have planets, So just watch the video for like where you have planets. And when I talk about the astrology, I kind of guide you as to like how that's affecting that area of your chart. So you can watch any of them and gain a lot of insight. But yeah.
Like the major planets for me, I don't have a lot of water. But my Saturn and Pluto is in Scorpio. And so sometimes I watch them and then apply it to what the planets mean. Mm-hmm. Saturn and Pluto, they have their own meaning just like all the other planets do. And yeah, just taking advice. It could get overwhelming, but when you zero in on the focus of the lessons per se, or like I like to do the constellations too, like the asteroids Ceres and Juno and White Moon Selena. Those
looking
two.
At those are fun too. There's more. There's like, I feel like it's layers of subconscious energy, like the asteroids, like sprinkled in. I like that energy of the asteroids. I don't usually use them because, like you said, once you get into like asteroids and fixed stars and all this stuff. Like it gets almost like rabbit hole, but it's nice to know that information. So, well, before we actually jump in, let us tell you some of the cool things that are happening this week. So first of all, Raven and I are doing a special holiday reading through the holidays. Through December 31st is the last day that you can actually sign up for one. And it's only $108. It's a 30-minute reading. We record it and then send it to you. And in the reading, we look at your birth chart, we look at transits, we look at progressions, we look at gene keys, we look at human design, and then tarot and oracle. And we don't have to look at all of that, but sometimes we do use all of it. And it's really based off of what you really want to know, what questions you have, and how the current, energy is affecting you. So we've been having a lot of fun doing those readings, and we can't wait to do yours. So if you want to sign up, there's a link below in the description. We also have the Tarot Masterclass, which is an ongoing, epic, awesome class. We have class tonight, every Thursday night or evening, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, for about 2 hours. And tonight we're going to be covering the Wands suit, the minor arcana. But we've already covered the major arcana, the history of the tarot, the swords suit, and the pentacles suit. So today we do the wands. Next week we finish the cards with the cups. And then we're going to talk about card spreads. Like, I can't wait for that class. And then after that, we're going to talk about intuition and like reading and how to be how to enhance the way that you read and understand what's like your strongest sense, so that when you read the cards, you know what to look for in terms of intuitive messages. So yeah, really comprehensive, awesome class that's ongoing. And everything has been recorded. All the replays that are up. So even if you sign up now, you can go back and watch all the classes that you missed. We have also some awesome events happening in the global community. Please join us in the global community. We have our own network, and it's called Channel for Grace. And it's held on the platform called Mighty Networks. But again, there's links below to everything. It's free to join the space, and we host free events. So our next event's coming up, of course. We're having the Taurus full moon celebration happening on Friday night. We are 100% doing Club Jai. I can't freaking wait to dance my freaking head off. Like, I have been so stressed out, and I'm going to need some like de-stressing energy. And full moon Taurus is a really auspicious energy. So it's going to be a feel good vibe. Then we have our Scorpio season sound bath, which is happening on Sunday at I believe 1 p.m. Pacific. Anyways, don't quote me on that, but I think that's usually the time that we do it. And then we have our book club, which we're reading Rise, Sister, Rise by Rebecca Campbell. We're going to be discussing parts 3 and 4 this Sunday at 5 p.m. Pacific. And if you are interested in the Starseed membership, every time we have a special holiday from the Celtic wheel, the next one that's coming up obviously is Samhain, like Hallows Eve, but we know it as Halloween. It's also Dia de los Muertos. And it's like where the veil is thin and we honor our ancestors and we can communicate with our ancestors. So in the Starseed membership, we are going to be coming together, and we always do a group ritual. So we all pull cards, and I actually have something special planned for us where we're each going to pull a different card from a spread. So it's going to be cool. We're going to complete the message together. So I always try to find some fun and new interactive ways to connect to the energy. And obviously I always create the sacred space and we tune in, and we're probably going to do a meditation too. So that's going to be happening on November 1st at 12 p.m. Pacific. And dude, I'm just going to let you guys know that next Wednesday, we're doing an epic live broadcast that you guys are going to like die when you find out what it is. It is actually, we are reviving a show that I used to do with my sister like a couple of years ago, where we picked a celebrity figure and we looked at their gene keys, their astrology, their human design, and everything that we know about the celebrity. And then we basically go live and talk about all of the energies that we see and how they compare to their lives and the history of the history of them being a celebrity and everything. So we are really excited. We are going to be doing a broadcast about Taylor Swift. on November 1st. So anyways, I'll be posting that up soon so you guys can see that it's coming up. But yeah, just to let you guys know, there's so many fun things. Please come and join us in the community. We always have a freaking blast, and the community is growing because more people are coming in. Like, people are joining like every day, and I'm like, where are these people coming from? And I love it. So please come join us. And like I said, we have free events. So we also have yoga on Fridays. We do have yoga this Friday at 1 p.m. Pacific, and I'm going to be teaching Kundalini yoga for Scorpio season, and that's happening not this weekend, but the next one. So anyways, yeah, like I said, a lot going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start talking about the astrology, and then I'm going to do the prayer, because I did that yesterday and it felt right to do the prayer right before the cards. So I just wanted to do that first. But anyways, if you're watching on Channel for Grace, I'm going to switch over to the chart right now so you can see it on the screen. If you're on the Shamanic Onion, you won't be able to see the chart, but either way, it doesn't matter. The information is going to be easily understood even if you're not actually looking at the chart. So basically, we're in Scorpio season, and Scorpio season is all about the literally the shamanic death ritual, the tower moments that fall. It's a season ruled by planet Pluto, who is the planet of ultimate liberation. With him, through this energy, we can transmute our shadows and shine a light in the darkness, so that we can do the transmutation and then in the end heal. So this is why this season can feel very like dark and intense, and it's because we're doing the process of the transformation in the caterpillar, where it becomes the butterfly, and then it rises eventually like the phoenix with the energy of Sagittarius. So it's actually a really intense energy. We also have Sun, Mercury, and Mars, and Ceres, who's the nurturing mother. Mercury is the mind, Mars is action and drive, and they're all in Scorpio. They're all in this energy together, and they're going to be kind of moving together, throughout the season, which is a big deal because it intensifies the frequency of Scorpio, the theme of Scorpio. Obviously, we're also having an eclipse during this time, and the eclipse is happening in Taurus. And it's exalted. The moon is exalted in Taurus. So that's a positive thing. It's going to be with Jupiter. That's another positive thing. But either way, eclipses are times of revolution. So we're in between eclipses right now. You could be seeing a lot of crazy stuff showing up in your life and really feeling that theme of change and transformation. And so this specific eclipse is about what's really important to you and how to best navigate through finding the true value within yourself and the true value in your life, and then protecting that and defending that and making sure that everything that you're doing is like carrying you forward into the future. It's like about sustaining and defending what's really truly important. And I was talking about that yesterday in the human design video, which if you didn't watch, make sure to go watch that. I did the astrology too of the Taurus eclipse. But either way, it's like it is about like protecting ourselves and taking care of ourselves so that we can continue our growth and our evolution and our service to the world. So it's really beautiful. So where do all the air signs fit into these energies? Well, obviously, Libra, you're experiencing freaking South Node in your sign. And that's going to feel intense, like especially if you have your sun in Libra, you're going through a releasing of the old identity and then an igniting of the new one. Wherever the South Node is and wherever you have any Libra stuff is where you are letting go to make space for something new. And the theme of Libra is about relationships. So that's the big thing for you. And it's going to be the big thing for you for a while because the South Node is an 18-month-long transit. So you're going to continue to feel that theme of South Node Libra heavily, especially during eclipses. And then the Scorpio energy is going to try to navigate you towards actually doing that release and doing that letting go. For Gemini, the Gemini energy is actually having a positive experience with this because, well, I don't know about positive, but what I mean by that is that basically this is a trine. Air signs trine each other, and Gemini makes a trine to Libra. And when you have trines, it brings in ease. So it's not that things are going to be easy, because I have a lot of Gemini energy and I'm going through freaking crazy stuff right now, like really intense, scary and like ground shaking, kind of experiences. But I am seeing very clearly through it all. And I know that like there's a powerful like lesson that's going on right now for me, and it's easy for me to see it. And that's how I'm feeling, this sort of easy. It's like I'm not sitting there like crying and like, losing my mind and being like, why is this happening? Like, no, I'm actually like, I know exactly and I trust. I know exactly what is happening and I trust. So this is a positive thing, even though there is a lot of change and transformation, I'm connecting, excuse me, I'm connecting to the alignment of it, like why it's happening, and it feels right. The sign that is going to be having the most difficulty is Aquarius. And that's because Aquarius squares Scorpio and Taurus. So the squares bring in challenge. Hello, Valerie. Bring in challenge and situations that are challenging so that you can evolve and shift and change, and you have to deal with whatever shows up. There's no easy way through like a T-square kind of an energy, which is what it is. It's not just one square, it's two squares. So it's called a T-square, and it is affecting Aquarius in a way that they have to go through kind of like the tough part and then come out on the other side and try to find more clarity and face, and also look at like, what am I letting go of? What am I moving towards? What's, how can I move away from drama and trauma and move more towards security? That's a big theme about the eclipse. But Scorpio season, wherever Scorpio is in your chart, whatever sign you have, it's a really important thing to have, to know where it is, because that will tell you what you're transmuting, what you are releasing. So that's what I got for you guys, air signs. Anything that stood out to you?
Yes, before you even said Aquarius, when I noticed there was no planets in Aquarius, I heard that it was time for inner work. Because there's no guiding planets or asteroids in Aquarius, I feel like it is the perfect time, which we all kind of are doing. Scorpio leads us to go deeper. And so when I think about Aquarius, I think of this aloofness. And so, like you said, try to see past the drama and the trauma. That was exactly what I was thinking about, doing the inner work, focusing on the self for Aquarius, for sure, because there's no guiding planets or asteroids in that sign currently.
I love that. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, it's an internal process that you guys are going through. I like that. Awesome. Hello, Willie. Welcome in. So I'm going to go back to the screen with just me and Raven so that we can do the Akashic reading, or the tarot reading within the Akashic records. So I'm going to open up the records, and feel free to take a couple moments to just relax and breathe deeply. You can tune into the frequency with us. It's always nice to have an intention, and we can all kind of co-create this reading together. From the deep depths of the cosmic mind, I hear a whisper. This whisper calls us inwards towards our essence. A light begins to glimmer at the center of our heart. This is the light of unity, the all-knowing wisdom of the One. Through this door, we open the gates of the Akashic, the magical flower of life. We see our duality. We recognize our sacred trinity. We begin to witness infinite possibilities as we become the observer and the observed. A powerful and luminescent light engulfs our being, and we feel many dimensions all at once. We enter the Akashic records, protected and loved by all star beings that have accessed these portals before. The records are now open. May wisdom flow, may understanding descend, and may we be blessed with the light of love. All right. So start us off, Raven.
Okay, for Scorpio season for the air signs, I've been doing the 4 element spread, and the first card represents Earth, which is what is your true issue. The second card represents how can you solve it intellectually or communicate your issue. The third card is the fire card. What emotions can you bring to this release? And then the fourth card is the water card, which is how do you move on flowfully from this issue? And this month we are using the Angel Wisdom Tarot by Radley Valentine based on the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. And then I'm going to pull one oracle card from the Everyday Witch Oracle by Deborah Blake. And yeah, let's get started.
Do you want me to share which decks I'll be using?
Yes, please.
Okay, so we're going to pull a card from the major arcana to get the theme. I'm going to do an animal spirit from the wild unknown, and the major arcana is just the Rider-Waite. The wild unknown animal spirit. We are going to pull a card from the Gene Keys, the Wisdom Keepers oracle to look at what shadow we're working with right now. And from the Earth Warriors oracle, I will pull one card for ancestor guidance, spirit guide guidance. And that's it.
Okay, the first card, which is the Earth card, what is the issue? And I've got the 10 of Cups. And this is a very positive card. And so when we are looking at, negative and positive, they are on opposite sides of each other. Yes, but sometimes it's that veil that is just needs to be lifted, and being aware of the illusions and the reality, because ultimately the universe wants you to have good things, wants you to experience all the goodness that is your birthright. So just make sure you are stepping back into that observer view. What is your reality? What is actually happening? If you need help, ask for help. Don't be too prideful. Okay. And then the 8 of Swords is the air card. How can you solve it intellectually? And I love when this card comes out, even though it is a quote, like more negative card, right? And so here it talks about illusion, and she's taking off the blindfold. Like I just said, seeing the reality. It says, take responsibility for your life now. This is a lack of self-confidence that makes you feel helpless, being afraid to take action. So she's already got the door open. She's taking off the blindfold. Go ahead and jump in if you want to.
Oh yeah, no, I'm actually enjoying. Just keep going. I think
okay.
at the end, I'll go back and kind of share what came up for me.
Okay. The third card is the fire card, and what emotions can you bring to this or release? And I got I believe this is the Page of Wands, which says an amazing opportunity. Be bold, courageous, and optimistic. Now is the time to take action. So here we had the card afraid to take action, and we literally got the action card. And I was talking about that illusion, the veil, what is actually going on. And I still just keep hearing, get someone else's perspective. Don't be afraid. Don't be prideful. And so, sometimes it helps to talk out our problem, right? Sometimes we need to hear ourselves, speak the problem. And a lot of the times you'll get your own revelations. But the hardest part is actually asking for the help, reaching out. Okay, she's got a little lizard here with wings, which I love, because lizards are fearless. They go where they want. They do what they want. And then the fourth card is the water card. How do you move on flowfully from this issue? And we got the Knight of
Oh,
Swords.
dude. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
I'm just listening.
So decisive, focused, driven, defensive, events that move with great speed, choose intellectual responses to challenges rather than emotional ones, sudden, unexpected changes, review your options carefully. My favorite part about this card is the cardinal. And so a lot of the times cardinal represents your passed on loved ones. And so the ancestors, right? This is the season of honoring your ancestors and knowing that they're always there with you. They're ready to help you to talk it out. You can talk to them. But yeah, we gotta, the knight is charging forward. I mean, I would not want to get away in the way of this guy.
Right.
And so, yeah. And just taking the leap to move forward with, if you're doing shadow work, if you're having a lot of tower moments, don't give up, don't sit in your feels for too long, and be courageous and ask for help, because it's sometimes you just need to talk it out, and that veil is lifted. Once you talk it out, it's like, oh, you get these moments where you're like, okay, that makes sense. And so the oracle card that came up for air signs is meditation to dig deep. And so here she's,
I love that
she's
the dog is
unearthing
helping.
something.
Or is that
Yes.
It looks like a dog to me. But anyway.
It is a dog.
Okay, cool. I love that it's helping.
Yep, it's an earth's card, and she's got her eyes closed, so she's using her senses.
That's Scorpio right there.
Yep. And her knees are on the ground, which is transmuting that energy into Mother Earth, and then it comes back to you with what you're doing.
She's connecting.
Yes.
I love this card.
I love these cards. They're beautiful.
Card is amazing. I love that the dog is helping her. So it's like you're not alone. You got little helpers. You got to do this by going within, closing your eyes and going within, and feel your way through whatever shows up for you this month, whatever issues, whatever, it's going deep into contemplation. I love that. That's what I see in this card.
They both look very determined, right?
They're focused.
So determined.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Love that. So the cards were the 10 of Cups, the 8 of Swords, the Page of Wands, and the Knight. So 10 of Cups. Okay, so that message is very much for me. No, seriously, but honestly, because I'm a Gemini, right? So this is my reading. But basically what I see in those cards is that the 10 of Cups shows this sort of desire for what we want. Everybody wants to have that kind of stability, that connection, that tribe. And I was talking about how the eclipse is happening on the 27th gate, which is tribal circuitry, and it's the defense circuit. So it's defending your tribe and protecting yourself and your family. And that 10 of Cups, you have to have that love that is foundational to know what's important. Like the 10 of Cups to me is that's something of value. That's something to be protected. It's worth protecting, right? And then with the 8 of Swords to me, it's about the unveiling of, it's about coming to the awareness of, what am I not seeing? What is it in this, what are you learning from whatever situation you're going through? What are you not seeing? And are you able to recognize that if you just acknowledge that certain things that are there, maybe you're just not wanting to see, because in the 8 of Swords, you're not really bound. You're not really stuck. You can walk away. Your legs are not bound. It's only the blindfold. So you can't really walk forward because we're not able to see, right? And you're not able to have that clarity. But when you trust, and again, the connection between that card and the Witch card, where they both have their eyes closed, it's close your eyes, go within. That's where the answer is found. It's not found outside of yourself. It's found within yourself. I love that. And then with the Page, right? It's activating that passion. And then you're going to have to take action. That's the Knight of Swords. Like you're gonna have to take action. This is really interesting because the card that I got as our theme, or like archetype theme for the month, is the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man, traditionally you would say, okay, well, this means it's time to pause, it's time to wait. But in a way, it's giving us an opportunity to take a step back and really gaze within, because this is the card of Neptune and this is the card of spirituality. He's not hanging here because somebody forced him to. He's here on his own, of his own will, and he's being illuminated by gaining a perspective of the world upside down, seeing everything from a completely different perspective. This could be, if you're in a situation, seeing the other person's perspective. How much wisdom does that give you? Or it could be trying to understand what you can't understand because you are, held back by your own limiting beliefs or ideas. And that's that blindfolded Eight of Swords. It's like you're limited by something. So maybe if you change your perspective, if you try to see it from a different way, you will have that clarity that you need. But you need to take time to do that. This guy is on a vision quest to understand himself. And this is a process that everyone must go through. So air signs this month are going through a vision quest. And sometimes vision quests can be really intense. They can be like tower moments. Because if you've ever heard of the actual traditional ritual of vision quest in the Native American culture, at least the Lakota that I am familiar with, you go on the hill and you go and they put you on the hill and you stay in this one spot, either overnight or for a few days, sometimes even 2 weeks, with no water and no food. And you sit and wait for a vision, and you have to be there in the darkness, right? So this is very much like a vision quest where we're waiting for a vision. And the way you're going to receive the vision is by opening yourself up to see it. So that's why you got to close your eyes and look within, but also be ready to open your eyes when you find the clarity, when that vision arrives. The animal, the octopus. This is about entanglement. I mean, this is so, my reading is not even funny. So entanglement, and where are you entangled with other people's energy? Where are you wrapped around? Where are entanglement is the best word to describe this. It's where you are being affected because there's cords, right? Connected to certain people in your life, and they're like draining your energy. So you have to, this is about cord cutting. But you can't do it unless you know your own worth. So we're finding our worth by realizing, there's a lot of entangled shit right now. There's a lot of entangled energy. And it could be karmic. It could very much be karmic. It could very much be a soul contract that you're going through and you're trying to release. But the point is to recognize, where are you giving too much? Where are you taking too much? Where are you entangled? Both ways. You could be taking or giving entangled. They're both entanglement. So it's about finding balance by untangling yourself and cutting all the cords to the unnecessary things. From the warrior cards, we got Circle Cross of Tenan, which says rare intersection of heaven and earth. I love that. So bringing heaven to earth is the message that I'm hearing here. Anchoring the light. Beautiful. And then we also got Alakoa, Spirit of the Warrior. And this to me is very much like the Knight of Swords that you pulled. This is going to take warriorship to get through this. When I was pulling the Gene Keys cards, I kid you not, I felt one card and then I felt the one behind it speaking to me. You will not believe what the first card was. Girl,
this is nuts.
What the fuck?
I'm surprised, but like my inner self is like, come on now.
I'm like,
it's
this
Scorpio
is a joke.
season.
This is a joke. This is a joke. I feel like they're playing a joke on us because I don't want to pull the same card every day. But this is the third time I pulled this card, but I felt the one behind it too speaking to me. So I'm going to talk about them both. But let's start with this one, okay? The seventh gene key, shadow of division to the gift of guidance to the city of virtue. The real leader is the ultimate listener. I am here to share that true leadership is not about forcefully imposing an agenda or interfering in others' lives. It is about lovingly empowering from behind the scenes. Be not driven by the fear of oppression or the love of power, but by a profound love of service. I am here to provide you with true guidance. I come to recognize the wise, free leader in you and to help you trust in your own direction. I am listening. So I can't even believe it. We've pulled this card for all 3 readings so far.
Those are our ancestors speaking, right?
I know. They're guiding us. We're not alone. That's the real message. And then this one was like peeking behind it, and I could feel the energy of it. Equality, the 37th gene key that moves from the shadow of weakness to the gift of equality to the city of tenderness. And I love this because sometimes when we feel weak, we tend to lash out from fear. But if you truly allow yourself to elevate that frequency, it doesn't go from weakness to strength. It actually goes from weakness to tenderness and compassion. And you know what I mean? It's not about fighting. It's about loving and being compassionate. From the point of view of the human heart, all humanity is one family. My gift to you. I am your friend. I have deep respect for you. I don't want you to change who you are at your core. You are a completely unique, worthy being, and there is a place for you in this world of ours. I see you with deep tenderness. It is time to take your place with pride, humility, and profound self-acceptance. When you look at yourself, see your weakness and vulnerability as your strengths. When you look out at the world, see beyond polarities, beyond gender stereotypes, beyond patriarchy and matriarchy. Aim your eye towards synthesis, to the entire continuum of beauty available to all of us. Equality is your birthright. You and me, we are family. And I love that it mentions family because, again, that 10 of Cups is definitely family vibes. Let's do some astro dice. And I want to ask, how do we best use the energy of this month? Air signs. All right, we got the sun. I love it. So the sun is your soul. We got the sun in Cancer. Okay, in the moon sign about emotions. And we got it in the first house. So moon in Cancer in the first house. What is this telling us? So it's the sun and the moon, which is the masculine and the feminine. It's that masculine energy that wants to push and wants to drive and it's that sword, that Knight of Swords frequency, but being guided by the wisdom of the high priestess, the wisdom of the moon, the wisdom of the feminine and the emotions. So the sun in Cancer, it's a very loving and nurturing energy, but it has the potential, because it is the sun, to be a powerful masculine presence. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. This is like masculine is that action-oriented energy and the feminine is that receptive energy. You need both qualities, and that's what this is saying. And both qualities need to be activated within yourself, because the first house is the house of self-identity, knowing who you are, knowing where you stand. So you have to remind yourself and remember that you are a powerful, beautiful soul, that you need to take care of yourself. You need to nurture yourself and you need to nurture others. And this is also the frequency of family as well. Cancer is a family energy. It rules the 4th house of home and family. And so you may be dealing with stuff that has to do with home and family, but trust your soul, trust the intuition that you're receiving through your emotions, and trust yourself. I feel like this is really trust yourself. First house. Wow. That's what I got.
Oh, that was for me.
Okay.
I have a Gemini moon.
Ooh.
And so what I was hearing with the astro dice was like every human and animal probably. And so whether we are aware of it or not, we are all affected by the cycles of the moon. And so having the moon and the sun, like you said, masculine and feminine, but there's so many different interpretations, right? Being and doing. And even when it comes to emotions, like even men, it's okay to cry. Like, I just feel like I have to say that. And I should not have to say that, because that is, everyone has a heart, right? The hearts represent emotions. And so when that guidance card came out again, I was being brought to the shadow and the light of every sign. Okay. And so I don't want to make any predictions because it's already happened twice that this card has came out multiple times. And so this speaks on a collective level. And so every sign has a shadow and light sign. And because we're in Scorpio, we're going to be talking about the shadow and light of Scorpio that is affecting us in the collective, as a collective. And yeah, I had to say that.
That's amazing.
We'll see what happens.
I love that. I know, right? We got one more. What was the card that we were pulling for Libra season? I can't remember, but we were doing the same thing. The same card came out for 3 readings.
Yes.
I
can't remember.
I can't either. But anyways, you got to watch those videos. But oh my God, you guys, this was so much fun, Raven. Thank you. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I hope you guys have an awesome Scorpio season. And leave a comment below. Let us know how these readings resonate with you. And also make sure to give the video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to our channels. And hit the notification bell and all that good stuff, and join us in the global community. We have so many cool events. And Raven and I we got some up our sleeve. We're working on something that's up our sleeve. 2 things, actually. We're writing a book together, which I've mentioned before, but I'm really excited about that. And we are planning a course. So we're not going to share anything about that yet because we really got to kind of hone it down. But I think it's going to be really, really, really awesome, cool things coming for the new year. So, Satnam, everyone, thank you so much. If there's anything else you want to say, feel free.
Well, I just want to say that I love working with you because we are just like a power couple of spirit.
I love it.
But yes, make sure you hit the like and subscribe on your way out. We love you so much and thank you for supporting us.
Satnam, we will see you guys all again very, very soon.